Next up is a guest who's led large-scale projects, optimized operations, and worked with exceptional teams to deliver real results. But his greatest driver is sustainability. Beau is passionate about finding smarter and more efficient ways to reduce environmental factors while keeping operations running at their best. Whether it's improving processes, implementing innovative solutions, or driving long-term change, he's always looking for ways to make a positive difference. For Beau, sustainability isn't just a tick box, it's the key to ensuring a stronger, more responsible future for the industry. So let's bring up Beau and to tell the story.
Thank you for that introduction. All right. Before I get into the information today, we have at Tronox a set of values. Tronox has a commitment to deliver safe, quality, low-cost, sustainable tons to its customers. These are Tronox values. Part of the Tronox culture is we have a safety share before meetings and presentations. So before I continue, you guys are all invited to join in on today's safety share. So what I've chosen for today is sedentary work. So we spend a lot of time sitting, listening, and taking in information. But research shows a strong link between physical activity and improved concentration, among other things. So, contrary to this research, Australians spend approximately 76% of their time sitting at work. And about 25% of people sit for more than 8 hours a day. All this sitting gives us an increased risk of multiple undesirable conditions. You can see some of those. So, as a fun fact, even if you exercise outside of work, it doesn't mitigate the risk of too much sitting. Who would have thought sitting is a danger? Okay, so to get us up, you're welcome to join in. So, with some exercises today. So, there's some things on the screen around neck stretch. So this should get us up out of our chairs. Come on, too much sitting, guys. So we'll do neck stretch. So if you stand up straight with your hands behind your back and tilt your head towards your ear, pick a side, any side, hold for about 10 seconds. If you've got any neck problems, please be cautious. So 3 times each side. So these exercises are pretty good to do during the day, during your work day, because we're all technology. Most of us are technology people here, if not all of us. So the next one, shoulder rolls while we're all standing up. Stand up nice and straight and gently roll your shoulders forward or backwards about 5 times. And then swap. So the next one, upper back stretch, sitting in a chair. Sitting in a chair, you can sit down now, by the way. There's the last one I won't get you guys to do. But you're sitting in a chair, place your hands in front of your chest, make a cross, keeping your lower back straight, and gently lean backwards. It's a little bit hard for me to do without falling over, but we'll work it out. So hold for about 10 seconds and repeat 3 times. So the next one, when you're at home and you've got a door or in the office, you can actually stretch against that door. So you don't need a lot of equipment to get yourself up and mitigate the risk of too much sitting. So now with all the fun stuff done, we can give you some more serious information. So what is Tronox? Tronox delivers the brilliance, durability that enhance everyday products. It's fully integrated. It's a fully integrated company. We mine and process titanium ore, zircon, and rare earths, and other materials. We transform them into high performance and specialty grade TiO2 pigment. So anything white is what titanium pigment helps out with. So our solutions add brightness and resilience to paints, coatings, inks, plastics, and a lot of other countless essentials in the world. So we have operations across 5 continents. So we're a global organisation. So more regionally, we have quite a few sites in Western Australia. We have Jurien Bay, Coolgalloo, Chandala, Kwinana, Bunbury, Wannerup and North Shore. So across these sites, the full vertical integration of Tronox can be seen. So mining, mineral sands processing, and the production of pigment. So it's pretty brilliant, if you ask me. That was a bad joke, sorry. So, Mine Market's journey with Tronox, or Mine Market at Tronox over the years. So the Datamine application Mine Market has supported logistics, production, sales and marketing at northern operations, so Chandala and Coolgalloo, since 2003, when it was originally called Thai West. The Mine Market implementation evolved to meet shifting demands as the years went on. So in 2003, we implemented a Mine Track version 2 with mining, logistics and packaging. In 2007, we migrated to version 3 Bulk Track, adding custom sales and marketing functionality. In 2017, we migrated to Core version 4, where a large percentage of that custom marketing sales functionality was brought into the core product. So along the way, we have embraced a lot of new features as the product has grown and as our business has sought more technology-based solutions. So Mine Market is heavily integrated into our environment. It has over 22 interfaces with connections to weighbridges, ERPs, plant historians, other sites, MESs, so lots of things. So recently, Mine Market has been through the NewTron transformation project. So this Tronox's NewTron transformation program is a strategic initiative to modernize operations, enhance decision making, and drive efficiency through digital innovation. So some of the key objectives of NewTron, so to give you an idea of the things that we were trying to do, is operational excellence, so streamlining processes through automation and improved workflows. So data-driven decision making, so leveraging advanced analytics and AI machine learning to enhance business intelligence. So system integration and stability, ensuring seamless connectivity between legacy and modern systems while maintaining system reliability. So a couple other things, enhanced user experience, making sure the digital tools and platforms are the right tools and the right experience for not only employees but customers and vendors. So ensuring scalability and innovation. So implementing future-proof technologies to support business growth with giving us that competitive advantage. So the core components of this transformation program with all those things are ERP and system upgrades. So we modernize the core ERP solutions regionally to provide efficiency and scalability. So again, process automation, deploying AI-driven solutions to reduce manual work where possible, advanced analytics, so really strengthening that analytics capability to ensure we have better forecasting for the business. And finally, the cloud infrastructure modernization. So transitioning a lot of our solutions over to cloud-based technologies for scalability, flexibility, and security. So where we all started on this journey with MindMarket, so we have the baseline review was 28 legacy systems within the regional landscape. So there was quite a few things to deal with. Some of these were bespoke applications and others were more permanent solutions, plug-and-play solutions. So in that landscape, we had the MindMarket interfaces reviewed, the processes within MindMarket were reviewed, so our production reporting, our logistics, our sales and marketing, they were all reviewed, so we could fully understand where we were. So in this review and with the decision making, we had some challenges. So some of the challenges were the target state for the information systems and applications was partially defined. So it makes it very hard to go to a target state when we don't know what that is going to be. There was also a drive to rationalize boundary of those bespoke applications. So while we were doing this review, we got a few pain points elicited from stakeholders. This is not all of them because there was quite a few, but these are the key ones. So month-end inefficiencies resulting in delays. So more applications are involved than absolutely necessary. More multiple points of failure in the landscape and duplicate processes to validate data. Okay, so with all that, we had a transition state to go to. We moved, the summary of this is you can see a couple of things have disappeared, moved around, new lines, old lines are still there. So we had 28 key processes to streamline efficiency with special focus on month end that were updated. So this included the update of production processes and the migration of the mineral sands sales and marketing functionality to the global ERP SAP S/4HANA. This decision was to make the sales and marketing consistent globally for Tronox. So all the sales and marketing comes out of that ERP. So we had some people changes as well. So 12 key people changes to the ways of working. So this was primarily around the removal of now redundant tasks, which is a really nice feeling. So along with all these changes, we had hundreds of security profile changes just in MindMarket itself. So this is to ensure we adhered to the principle of least privilege access. So the security configuration was going to be one of my headaches. We got a lot of help with that, which was really nice. I've got a little bit more later on. So again, the technology changes. So we had 16 key technology changes, including the addition of MindMarket interfaces. So one really nice thing was the design. We have quite an old implementation of MindMarket, but the design was flexible enough that we actually had some choices on how these things would integrate. Sadly, they're not standard pieces of integration, they're custom pieces of integration, but they work really well. So some of the new interfaces include 3 production-based interfaces, 1 quality, and 5 inventory movements. So with the inventory movements, we actually see the material for those sales processes come out of MindMarket, out of our material tracking system to go into SAP. So work continues. So this is just a transition state. So work continues globally to improve this further. All right, we haven't landed with the target state yet. So with any of these projects, we always have some improvements to take forward. So there's a quote there about the idea of streamlining the transition by focusing on what truly adds value. So the historic data wasn't transitioned or migrated into the new applications. That historic data still lives within the existing applications. So there is work to ensure that historic information is still accessible and the business guys are still able to see it. However, it's to be put into a more sustainable solution. So it would have been nice to have this to go over at the same time, but we're continuing on that process. As you can understand, that with all the bespoke applications that we had, moving that data and not having a consistent data standard in those applications makes that a little bit challenging. But it is happening. It will happen. So with point 2, it highlights the importance of adaptability and resilient frameworks in global design. So the process design around mine market, so business process design around mine market was designed globally. As you can probably understand, there's a lot of different regional requirements that you need to slot in. What we've learned, what we've had to do is localize those global processes to meet regional requirements. So that is now happening as we go forward with the transformation project at all the different regions or different sites around the world. So seamless. The last point on this is it reinforces the importance of early engagement for better alignment. So with the Datamine team, they joined us to implement the changes required to mine market. We did get them on a little bit late. So some of those contextual conversations were already had, and it was a little bit challenging at times with getting those conversations done, but it worked. So what we've learned from that and what we're doing in further releases is we're bringing on vendors a little bit earlier to get and making those decisions with those guys to get better context for everybody. All right, now bad things are done. We have some wins. So one of the biggest wins was, I have to say a big thank you to Phil, sitting in the back there. So Phil's insight and experience played a major role in the interface conversations. So he was able to clearly point out what mine market would require, driving conversations with other teams. So his advice on the production configuration stopped us from tripping over issues, which is really sensational. And additionally, Simon's technical knowledge enabled us to form a flexible approach that all new interfaces followed. So Phil also did amazing work. I mentioned it a little bit earlier on the security configuration. This was going to be one of my biggest headaches, and it was one of the jobs that I was just going, oh, this is going to be so painful, because all the testing, security configuration has a habit with me of having so many issues raised. But I'm really happy with how it's turned out. So point 2 is around the fast track change delivery. So the NewTron project had very tight timelines, so possibly contributed to the guys getting brought on late because of those timelines were so tight. the data. So this was replacing one ERP with another ERP and doing a whole lot of work in the periphery around boundary applications, and it happened within a year. So it is amazing how quick that happened. So project had tight timelines, and the Datamine team, Phil, Simon, and Adrian, were able to deliver the scoped work changes within that tight timeline. This enabled the project to hit those really important milestones. And so point 3 is around the on-the-ground support. Again, so in the go-live week, my second child decided to come at the same point in time, so it was very exciting for me, not so great for Tronox. But Phil visited the sites to help users with any issue they raised. So users and other project people's comments were very positive, and he was actually probably a little bit bored because we had minimal issues raised, which is one of those really nice things. For the first couple of months, I was like, is something going to happen? Is something going to come out of the woodwork? But no, it's been incredibly smooth. It goes to show if we do that baseline work and we understand the product and we get the right people, we can have awesome results. So I really appreciate Phil's involvement and help with the go live, especially because I wasn't there and I was off for some of it. So point 4, almost the last point. So the efficiency gains in mine market. So with large scale changes, sometimes you can have some issues, some embedding issues. So what we've actually seen is by having those processes clear and understanding, the mine market month end has actually become quicker. So we've been able to reduce the points where people have been asking for data. So that data comes across automatically, which is really great. It gets reconciled quicker. And so that's one really big positive that we've seen. So point 5, and lucky last one, is spreading mine market's impact. So we've had a lot of success with this. So with that success comes other people going, can we do this? Can we do this? And yes, but we just need to spend a little bit of time and do it properly. So the logistics team are interested in spreading mine market across Australia at least, and having it track material from other sites that are using other systems to really reuse those interfaces that have been built around material tracking into the ERP. Massive benefit there. Production teams have actually requested data from plant historians, and what we've been able to do is consolidate that data for ease of reporting. Instead of going into all these different systems, everything consolidates in mine market and the reports come out of that database. So these are massive wins for us with mine market, and I'm super happy with how it's turned out. Last thing I have to do is say thank you very much to the Datamine team, Phil, Simon, and Adrian. I don't think Adrian's here today, but they really helped out, and we had tremendous success with this transformation. So that's it.